Hey, what's up guys? My name is Jack TechMLP and welcome back to yet another Minecraft mod review. So this one's actually being done live over on my Twitch channel. That's the first thing I want to mention. And the second thing I want to mention is you're going to hear a lot of background noise. The usual two things, background noise being of vehicles, and the second being the cat. Yes, hello Duffy. If you didn't just hear she meowed, so she's going to be in the background with us while we're going through. Another big important thing, there's also a clothes washer going, as well as some lawnmowers outside. So this is literally probably the worst time to be doing this, but screw it, I'm going to do it anyway. So today we're going to be reviewing the new version of the Minecraft Alien vs. Predator mod, a mod with a very, very long review, not review history, just honestly history in general, a controversial history with some of the creators and such like that, with the history of it being repeated, recreated, and all that such. We're going to look at it today, we're going to go through and look at what's new with the new version of the mod. Alrighty, so what makes this different from the old one is something I wanted to lead with. This is a recreation slash continuation. Actually, it's more of a recreation. There's nothing that should be carried over from the previous version of the mod, back from 1.12.2 days. This is a brand new mod with a whole slightly new development team. Some developers are the same. Some of the main ones are gone from it, though, from the previous version. And yeah, let's get going. Another developer that I know has worked on this as well is Azure Doom. They had worked on the Doom mod I had reviewed previously on my channel. It's also apparently one of my best doing. Sorry, I'm trying to say a lot in a moment. It's kind of going through, and I'm trying to process through it, filter out all the background noise. These headphones are usually noise canceling. They're not doing too well right now. Azure Doom had also worked on one of the best Doom videos on my channel. It's the Doom mod review. Check it out if you haven't. It's extremely outdated now. Let's go ahead and get started on this one, though. So I decided let's go ahead and start with the weapons first. I feel like that's something that's going to be kind of neat. I believe... Oh, that just turns them. Okay, well, hold on. Let's see if I can get these to break out one by one. We're going to grab this first weapon here, which is a rifle. All weapons use ammo. They are up here. I believe that's medium bullets, small bullets, heavy bullets, shotgun shells, rockets, and that's for the flamer right there. So we're going to go through. I believe this one uses heavy bullets or medium bullets. I don't have a way of checking. Let's find out and see if it tells us. It absolutely tells us. It fires small bullets, and I was completely incorrect. That's okay, though. Let's go ahead and fire it. I'll show you the fire rate on it, and we will begin. So one of the best things about these guns, and it's one of my favorite things about the mod, is that, as you can tell, that block is partially broken. It'll heal itself in a moment, but all blocks are breakable with guns, at least ones that would naturally be able to be broken. I didn't mean to break that. I was just trying to see if I could speed up the process. Oops. All right, there we go. So this is the F93WE rifle. Model a little bit better right here on the ground. That didn't show it very well. Let's show it right here. Okay, that also didn't show it very well, but that's okay. R to reload the weapon and continue firing. Pretty fun gun so far. So let's go ahead and throw this away, and I will continue on making the rest. Showing the rest. Alright, flamethrower. So, think about the flamethrower. I found one in my survival world. All guns are actually pretty easy to make if you got about 3 hours of free time, or if you find them out in the wild, the blueprints. I'm going to go over here. We'll get to that big structure in the background later, by the way. That is not from the mod. That is something we're going to use to show off some of the stuff in the mod. I'm going to fire this into the woods, and I'm going to show you how well this thing is. It's not too good at killing Xenos, because apparently hitting them makes them take a lot of damage, but this thing is great for clearing out hives and eggs and the such. So let's go ahead and show. So it provides a pretty good arc, starts setting things on fire. Whenever I made the structure that, again, yet to be named in the background, there was trees all over this area. I used the flamethrower to specifically clear that area out. It was very useful. That'll burn really good. A few more for good measure. And yeah, so that's the destructive capabilities of the flamethrower. That'll all start to burn out pretty soon. I would highly recommend, surprisingly funny enough, a lot of the weapons in this mod are really good for building. Why is double space not working? I think my computer's trying to slowly melt itself. It's not wanting to stay pretty good. So let me check actually the video settings real quick and make sure that the live stream isn't like dying out. Okay, I've received no error messages. We should be good. I'm going to get back to it. Let's hop into it. So let's get the next weapon. I believe this one's a shotgun. Alright, let's go through one by one. It is. Alright, good. So, I heard a zombie. Let's see if I can find the zombie. Probably this cave right here. I was correct. Alright, so this zombie, dead immediately. So, shotguns, I have one in my survival world as well. It's not this shotgun I use, it's another one, but they're very, very useful for killing not only regular Minecraft mobs, but the ones the mod adds and creates as well. We'll get into more of that later. Takes the shotgun shells. Again, the flamethrower I use takes this flame fuel right here. It holds a lot of ammo. This is a pulse rifle. It's one I've used the least, but it is still a pretty good weapon. Just like in the original series, slash, I mean, I guess series would be the right word for Alien. Let's go ahead and try it. 3, 2, 1. As you can tell on my hotbar, if you weren't paying attention, I'm going to do it one more time. You'll actually see there's a reload animation. Let's go in F3 for a moment. On fire for a moment. Alright, 3, 2, 1. It is not letting me do another reload. Maybe the cooldown's on or something. Oh, it's at full ammo because I'm in creative. It takes caseless bullets, apparently. That's a different ammo type. I was unaware. I thought that was an ingredient, but then again, like I said, it was the least one I've used, or the one I've used the least. Let's look at it there on the ground. Move on to the next one. This should be the sniper rifle. To my knowledge, there's no ADS, so I can't aim, but there is a very, very strong firing. As you can tell, those blocks are broken a lot more than they were previously. This gun is very strong at wiping things off the face of the earth. Let's go ahead and time set day real quick, and then we will continue on. Throw this on over here. Next up, I believe we have the shotgun I actually use in my survival world. No, that's that shotgun. This is not the shotgun. What is this? Battle rifle. Yet another one you cannot ADS, however. Pretty strong rifle. What kind of ammo does this take? Medium bullet. Takes 90 of them. Alrighty. Jumping straight into a bigger weapon, we have the rocket launcher. I'm going to fly over here as I don't want to destroy the setup we got going. See that pig over there? Now you see him. Now you don't. The rockets have pretty good destructive range. Now there's a decent sized hole. Let's continue seeing how it looks. Let's go F3 for a moment. Shoots like a bow. Keeps on going. As I mentioned, very good for mining if you want to make a decent little tunnel. This would be a good weapon for it. That pig up there. Now you see him. Now you don't. Oh, maybe you do. Okay, maybe I missed. Okay, this pig is... Okay, I was about to say possibly immortal. I think I got a chicken as well. That handles that. Those use rockets. Those have been something I've been kind of hard to find in my survival world. I haven't been making much of them. Alright. Got a combat pistol, one of the weaker weapons, but I believe actually has... Oh, and there's it doing the animation. Yeah, it holds a lot of bullets, does about 5 damage, 3.9 attack speed. If you got the bullets, it's a pretty good weapon. If not, there's other options, as I'm showing you. I'm going to show you the shotgun before I show you the absolute death machine sitting there on the thing right there. This is the shotgun I use in my survival world. At the moment, there's a lens flare glitch, and you'll see whenever I do the reload animation that the lens flare disappears. I thought that was potentially the muzzle at one point, but it's not. Okay, I probably shouldn't use it on a block. Let's go back to that cave. Oh, the muzzle flare disappeared. And it's back. That's okay. Let's go down here. First victim. Very good. I've been using this to clear out a lot of caves. I know I'm in creative right now, but I do want to mention, for memory, the item durability in this is really, really good. When you make ammo, it's a lot like arrows. You're not just stuck with one. You are given lots of options, or not lots of options, a decent amount of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. I have not got a chance to really use this more than just messing around a couple times in creative. This is Old Painless. I think this is the machine gun from the Predator movie, because again, this is an Alien and Predator mod after all, which we'll still get to them eventually. Is there no other things to kill? That's alright. That's alright. That happens. Alright. Just while I'm in a cave. What kind of bullets does this take? Heavy bullet? 4 damage, but there's so much of it that it... Oh, hey, Marines. Okay, well, this is an early NPC showing, but these are Marines that come with the mod. I guess they spawn naturally. Did not know that. I'm lagging just a little bit. It must be because I'm streaming, but that's okay. So we'll show you Marines here in a little bit. They spawn at some natural places, but I didn't know they spawned randomly as well. Alright. Predator Shuriken, but I don't know what it's called in this version of the mod. Oh, it's just Shuriken. Okay. They... Oh! Okay, I was about to say, I've never actually thrown one of these in this mod. Oh, you hold it down. Okay, so... Same for this class. Not showing up, but that's okay. I'm getting some... Oh, I got some DMs. Looks like somebody's... Or not DMs, first time chatting. Somebody promoting in the chat. I'll leave them up doing that, but I'm gonna keep doing this at the moment. Maybe pop by that later. Alright, Smart Disk. Okay, little similar to the Shuriken, except you don't hold it down. Oh, and if you just hold it down, they go. Alright. Nothing happened. That's okay. They're still pretty cool ranged weapons. Here are some of my favorites. This is also something I used when building. Grenades. This forest, the Lorax would be pissed. We're going to piss him off even more. Grenades actually have bounce back, and there's something I don't want to explode back at my area, and for some reason my double tap of space doesn't happen well right now, where every time it lags, it doesn't want to actually go up or down. So I'm going all the way over here by foot. Probably should have grabbed more than just one grenade, but it's okay. Here's the grenades. Not very much damage. Let's throw a few more. Oh, and they do bounce back, as I mentioned. Alrighty, so they have some... Oh, here, this might be a good better way to do it. Wow, they have really far bounce back. That's okay. They do some pretty good damage. There's multiple types of grenades. One of them I haven't seen before. I tried the radiation one, which we'll see in a moment, but I haven't tried the flame one, which I think is this one. Yeah, flame and incendiary and irradiated. Okay, we're going to throw an irradiated one. Radiation's something that will be with this mod, but there's not a lot of things with it at the moment. Come on. That was a little bit bigger of an explosion, and it seems like it left radiation effects on the ground. Try an incendiary grenade. And then once we are done with the weaponry that is currently in the mod, I'm actually going to stop for a second and explain. So this mod actually has a lot of things planned for it. I've talked with the developers a little bit. I myself am not a developer. They have a lot of plans for the mod. They're focused, from what they've told me, more on stability rather than quantity. So they don't want to add a million things to it and then they end up not working or being buggy. They want to make sure what's added works, and then they'll add a little bit here and there. I believe that is the intention, which I don't hate. The old version of the mod that was in 1.12 had a lot of stuff that you couldn't obtain or achieve in survival. It had like a whole extra planet that was like completely unfleshed out at the time of going through. As I said, there was a lot of weird things going on with that. That's not my department. I'm not going into that. I was going to do a video over the drama, but I'm realized I'm not really a drama creator. I made a whole like slideshow over it in total, but like I said, not really my whole thing. Don't really want to go into that. So we're just going to leave it at that. We're going to keep on going. So I did mention the ammo types that are through here. I think instead of jumping into these just quite yet, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to focus on some of the new blocks. So this is actually a really cool mod for just the... I'm going to go kill that zombie. Let me find the first gun I find. Looks like the shotgun I was talking about earlier. Did it just despawn as I picked it up? Okay, well, here. Let's grab a new one. That was really bad timing. We're going to kill that zombie and then we're going to keep on going. Where are you at? Oh, no sound. There we go. Alright, I just love one-tapping mobs like that. Come on, fly. I gotta work on figuring out why I'm lagging. Probably, again, because I'm live streaming, but it's okay. Alright, so let's look at some of the mods, or the blocks from the mod. There are a lot of different models in the game, 3D and just block regular. This mod also adds, so like, can we get gunpowder? I have JEI installed, so let me show you what this can do. It goes through and adds some things like recipes for how to make gunpowder, for example, without you having to go kill creepers. I don't know a lot of the other ones, but I do know that it does concrete as well, gets slabs and stairs. From what I might be crazy here, but I'm pretty sure this is an AVP only thing. It is. So that's something that ended up being new. I don't know any of the other ones. Like I said, there's a lot of things I don't know about this, but that's also probably one of the best things about this mod is there is so much content, and I can't even begin to scrape all of it. This block is industrial concrete. It has a bunch of colors. I don't have every color lined out because that would just take way too much time, and I'm just trying to give a brief overview. This is something I've become quite familiar with. It's called industrial glass. It is one of the only things that xenomorphs cannot break, both acid blood and breaking physically, because yes, xenos can break blocks in this mod. Like, mine it. Like, straight up, they'll come through, they'll crawl through caves, dig them out. It's insane. This should be white padding. I have actually yet to figure out what padding is for. Like I said, there is plastic as well, padding. There is some things that, oh no, sorry, there's different colors for every single block in the mod. Sorry, the cat moved kind of funny. I was very confused on where she was going, but she just ran off with her stuffed animal. All these blocks have different color variations. It does not end here. I'll do a quick run through real quick here and show that there's plenty of variety to a lot of the different things that they're bringing to the table with this. Here's a bunch of different doors. This one's the industrial glass door. I think this one's steel. Yeah, this one's steel. This one is ferro aluminum. Is that what I read right? Yeah, ferro aluminum. Okay, good. I thought I was saying that right earlier, but I want to make sure. A lot of these can also be found through here. Plenty of different building blocks to go through. We'll get to what they are here in a moment. This one should be steel again. No, I thought that was... No, this one's titanium. Titanium. One of the most dangerous blocks in the game. Do you guys remember over here, whenever I was going through and showing you guys these areas, these two chests, specifically these two, are lead chests. They have the mob eggs and the different types of ores in them, but there's actually... Oh, and this is an ammo chest. You'll find a lot of these. You'll have to place those near turrets to make them work. I'll show that in a minute. This block right here is uranium. If you hold this in survival, you become irradiated for like 15 minutes. You have to slowly take damage. There's multiple variations of it, like there's the ingot, the nugget. Here's the ingot. The lead chest is designed to keep that in there without it being an issue whatsoever. I actually don't know about a lot of things with radiation just quite yet. Like, I'll show you here later the only thing I know besides the fact that they exist. Like, the only time it's used is with the specific block. It's that one over on the totem. I'll show you guys here soon. And I think a xenotype. That should be it. These are the ores you can find in the mod. Let's go ahead and go through. This should be titanium. This is titanium deep slate, apparently. Deep slate zinc. Did I not have regular titanium? Looks like I didn't. This should be regular zinc. Bauxite. Galena? Don't know how to say it. Autonite, which I believe it turns into a power. Oops, I just broke the silicon. That was silicon. It was silica gravel that you can specifically find in the water of the oceans. Monzonite. And lithium. Oh shit. I just did one of the things not thinking about it. So lithium, I'll show you guys again. Lithium explodes in water. That was something that I completely forgot, and I'm very glad we got to demonstrate. Oftentimes when I used to play the old version of the mod on my, just like in a survival world or something, I'd load up for the first time, and I would be hearing explosions coming from the ground. I used to think it was like creepers being attacked by facehuggers or something, but apparently that's not what it was. Whenever water would free flow down and touch the ground for the first time as it loads in, it would hit lithium ore, which causes lithium to explode. So if you hear random explosions like that, that's probably what it is. I actually got very unlucky in my survival world, and my entire cave is a major flooded area, so every time I would walk into a new chunk I'd hear it, or if I broke a block and then had water go down, but didn't mine it yet, that sucked. This is barbed wire / razor wire. It's exactly what it says on the tin. I think it causes like a cobwebbed effect. You do slow down when standing in it, and it damages mobs. Let me get a random spawn egg of random variety. Let's get axolotl. No, I don't want to do that to an axolotl. Pig. Okay, yeah. As he moves through it, rips him asunder. Alright, there's that. This should be the fences that the mod adds, as well as steel bars. We have one for every metal type. The steel bars are also a new inclusion. This area over here is resin of the different hives of Xenomorph. This is like detailed resin that you can craft. This specifically, it's the back area we want to look at. This is the resin of the 4 different hives you can find in the world. This is a regular hive resin. This is a nether hive, because yes, that's a thing. An aberrant resin, and I think irradiated? Yeah, irradiated. Which, like I mentioned, is a whole xenotype due to the nuclear material found in the mod. In front of it is the vines that spreads through the hive. Kind of hard to see, but let me show you like this. Xenos will naturally spread this throughout the world. There's some for the nether, some for the aberrant, and some for the irradiated. Oh. Okay, so that's something important. Apparently xenomorphs can do like a hive war of sorts, like they'll take over other hives. If you find all these kind of hives next to each other, they'll all start fighting and eventually take over each other's hives. It's a really cool mechanic. I don't know if it's in the mod yet. I heard they're still trying to patch it in. I actually have a patch list of things that are upcoming here soon. I think that's going to be kind of neat. This is royal jelly. You find raw royal jelly, which is actually over here. It's that green stuff right there that's super light green. You feed it to Xenos, it grows them up, and I think it can revive dead facehuggers and maybe the eggs as well. I don't know if that's... From what I've gathered, that's all it does so far. There's a poison one, too, that is in the mod, but I don't think it does anything just quite yet. I think it's usable, but it's not supposed to be for this build. I might be wrong. Here it is. Poison jelly. Alright, next up we're going to get some of the mod unique blocks for things like furnace, crafting. This is a blueprint block. You use these to help with your blueprints. This is actually for your villager. So if I spawn a villager, he will see the block and immediately become a marine villager. I don't want to kill him with the smart disc, and I don't want to shoot him with a shotgun. Wait, talk to me. Come here. Okay. You can buy things like bullets. Let's go ahead and get his trades maxed out. Can I not do that in survival? Okay, or creative? Actually, I haven't traded with a villager in creative before. Let's get a couple stacks of these. And let's max out your trades. Let's see what kind of stuff you offer. Alright. Okay, can't do that, so now we need gunpowder. Alright, come here. Come here. Oh, okay, he's already got more. So let's go ahead and max out these. Max out these, and max out these. Alright, and then give them a minute. This one specifically is an apprentice commissary villager. That's what they're called, the commissary. Where you can requisition stuff. These guys are found even in regular villages, I believe. I did have some spawn in different areas. Oh, he sells blueprints. Here's one for the pistol. I don't have any steel, but I do have emeralds, so let's get some of that. Let's get some more emeralds while we're at it. By the way, this isn't guaranteed what he's always going to want to trade. There will be more later on. Come back. You don't need to be going in there. All right. Let's get some more blueprints, and then give him a minute to increase his trades. Okay, he likes what I'm doing. Yeah, so you guys see what he gets. He gets more stuff from the mod, different ores, and the such like that. We're going to walk over here and show the rest of the thing while he's kind of just chilling in the background, and hopefully doesn't go in that big scary building. Okay, this is a resonator. I've been told by the mod developers that this is meant to clear resin when activated. I don't know how to use it. I'm just going to be completely honest for everybody. It has not been explained, nor have I seen it. Oh, that might be it. Okay, so supposedly this will clear the resin in the area. And, yeah, we'll come back to that. So I'm just gonna... Alright. While we're here, this probably will become relevant here soon. I do want to stress there's a couple mods I would recommend having when you play this. One of them is the... Actually, probably, I won't promote the compasses. Not that they're bad, but these 2 compasses are going to help find the structures that are in the mod, and I'm going to show them off. If that's your goal, bring them. But the only mod I would recommend having, because at this time there's no way to do it in the mod if I had a boat or a minecart, is Carry-On. Here's a demonstration of what Carry-On does. I'm going to look at this terminal, which to my knowledge is another thing that I don't believe works in the mod, but it looks really cool. I'm now holding the terminal. I'd have the carry-on mod. It lets you move things like xenomorphs even, and it's pretty cool. Let's see if the terminal works. It does not. Okay, terminal don't work. It's time set day. This is a redstone generator. I have yet to figure out if a redstone generator powers anything, and considering I can't use it when I right-click it, don't know if it's got much use. But hey, like I said, we're in the infancy days. That doesn't mean it can't. And again, it's probably just my negligence in general, and not, or no, sorry, ignorance, not negligence, on knowing what it does. Pretty sure that only activated because that was still a redstone torch. This is an industrial furnace. It's got a bunch of different things that it does, including making the following. Redstone crystal. What are you used for? Let's grab one. That's something new I don't remember seeing. Redstone crystals are used for probably a lot of the wiring in the mod. Oh, just a canister? Okay, we'll go ahead and show what that is then. So I'm going to grab that off the wall over here. A canister. Come on. Alright, so canisters carry a bunch of different liquids. If I hit U, it should tell me the... Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay. Where did it go? Oh, it's down here, where it's literally labeled. We got water, lava, milk, and powdered snow. I will show it being used over here, in which it can be filled. Does it have a max? Oh, hold on. I know what I did. Okay. That's what I did. Oops. Can hold up to 8 of them. It's like a water bucket, except it doesn't run out as quickly. Okay, now that I've demonstrated that, I can get to the next object. I feel like I'm bouncing around a little bit, but that's okay. Let's go consider, last but not least, the sentry turret. It is another device that I have struggled with would be the proper thing to use. So if I hold a sentry turret, it'll tell you flat out, it requires an ammo chest with medium bullets. Here's an ammo chest. We're actually going to move this, because I already can tell that this is a recipe for disaster. Oh, they're alive. Okay. There we go. I'm going to move it over here, because there's, again, something very specific that I'm trying not to activate without intention. And we will get to that here soon. Alright, so if I just go through, place this, and then get a torch of redstone variety. He's activated. Okay, and then we need medium bullets. No, not one. Let's get 64 of them. And I will spawn a creature of the night and see if that works. Not a creeper, because I don't want to explode it. You know, because of how many there are in the game, I'm starting to understand why the newest update changed spawners. Alright, well that pretty much just explained it, and showed out how it worked. Let's go back over here. Those are really cool. Make sure you keep filling up the chest. How many bullets did that actually take out of it? Let's check that first. That took, in total, out of 64, okay, about 10. It's not bad, 11. Not too many in total. So 10 bullets, on average, takes out one zombie. Pretty important. Something, again, you won't have to fill up too much. Let's see if I can actually grab... I know I just had them. Probably should just grab them out of the chest. Oh wait, we still have some. Here's the recipe for a bullet. Gives you 8. Brass nugget, gunpowder. Super easy on that end for the casing, and then the bullet tip is literally just a lead nugget. Some of the resources you gotta go through, it's a little much to go through and do it. Rifle casing, 2 brass nuggets. Takes a little bit much to process them and get them refined, but it works out well, and like I said, you get a lot of bang for your buck. Next up, I'm gonna grab... Oh. Well, luckily I know what it is. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. Nope, that's boots. Alright, the armor case is something we're going to need next. It's going to be used to demonstrate one of these over here. Let's go ahead and clear out my inventory a little more. Let us grab the first suit of armor. The MK50, I believe this is the spacesuit that was used in the original Alien movie that Kane gets attacked in. Can I grab the helmet? Okay, no, that's not what I meant to do. And neither was that. Okay, well. MK50. Alright, I'm going to put on the MK50 outfit, which says it actually has a slowness effect, but I think it's immune to radiation, or resistant, one of the two. Yep, and water breathing, apparently. So if I were to go to survival, I'd also be able to breathe underwater. That's really cool, and I don't know if it's because I'm in creative, but I don't notice the slow, so let's see. I'm actually not super slow. I don't think that's I don't think it's broken or nothing, but this is the suit. Maybe I am a little slower. I don't know. Here's what this does, an armor case. Right click with it while wearing armor, and it goes in the suitcase. Right click again, and it re-equips it. Very, very useful. And it allows you to equip armor very fast. Let's go back to creative. Alrighty. Let's see. What else were we at? Okay, so, sorry, I had to check a thing real quick. Okay, we're just going to get them out of creative menu. Oh, not what I meant to do. Trying to delete them. I need to have a little bit more prep work when it comes to these mod reviews. But that's okay. This is a pressure suit. It's similar to the MK50, except it allows only water breathing. This reminds me of the suit. I don't know if it's that suit, but it reminds me of the suit from Prometheus. Might be what it's trying to pull from. Don't know for sure, though. Alright, next up. Don't know why I hit F5 twice. This is titanium? Yes, okay, it is. I almost just shot it. Trying to grab. Okay, there we go. That worked. Titanium, by comparison, let's grab a suit of, or a diamond armor chest plate. Here's the chest plate for a piece of or a set of diamond armor. +8, +8. They are the same. Besides, the diamond has a little bit more armor toughness, so that's something you need to know with titanium. Starting to get a little full. Let's start to clear out a little bit. And moving forward, I'm going to keep the diamond armor chest plate in my hotbar to evaluate. We're going to wait on the Xeno armor. We're going to do the combat first. This is the combat camo. I think the only difference between combat camo and the regular, and let's double check, +6. Okay, we're going to remember that this is +6. Looks kind of neat. It's got a little shoulder thing just like the movie Aliens. I think it's nice that we have a variety of 2 different sets. Come on. There we go. Let's go ahead and grab the other one, and I'll take this one off here in a second. So it was +6 for the camo one, and it is still +6 for the regular. Okay, it is literally just a style decision choice, and I think this one's the one you make first, and then you can upgrade it to the camo version with a little bit of a different recipe. Alright, so it's the same armor, just the fact that it's camo or not. Again, nice to have the option, but not much difference there. Alright, next up. Looks like we're being forced into the... Oh, no, we have, I think, steel, right? Yep, steel. Steel not as good as titanium. It's still pretty good. It's a +7 to armor. And doesn't look too bad at all. It's got a lot of different things with it. I'm just glad there's enough variety in this one. There was a lot of delay in the... Or not too much delay, but there was a decent amount of delay between the release of this mod publicly and what it ended up being now. It's only been out for about 3 weeks. Like I said, there's going to be a lot more different editions here soon. Here is the Xenomorph costume / outfit you get from killing him. You make this out of chitin. Chitin is found by killing them, and I think it looks like... Yes, it's right here. You get chitin. There's also some armored chitin, or not armored chitin, royal chitin, which I'll show you here in a moment. Alright, so this is the goofy outfit you make, or you can make from killing them. I don't think it really has anything in particular that it does, but it makes you look creepy as hell. Can I climb trees? Okay, I remember in the old mod I think you can climb stuff with it, but like I said, at the end of the day, different mod, and also really nice texture and details. I don't know if I've already hyped it up yet, but I really like all the detail in the mod. The textures and stuff really do go a long way for something that, in the moment, not the biggest thing in the world, but pretty important. This is also a +7, so this is basically on the same level as steel, so that's pretty cool. Let's show the royal version of it. Plated, I think, is the actual word they use for it. Let's look at the recipe for this, 'cause I'm trying to remember. Plated chitin. Okay, you get this from killing, I think, Praetorians and Queens? Ooh, let's check the resonator. Oh, okay, so all this stone was once resin. Okay, so the resonator turns resin into stone. That's a really cool thing. And resin webs. What was that? I don't know what that noise was, but I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, this is the plated chitin armor. Again, looks a little weird, but it's absolutely fantastic. I wonder if my punches are increased because of the armor. It would really help. Ooh, wait. So that was a critical. Are all of them going to be critical? Where'd he go? Oh, bro ran. Oh, he ran. Okay, hold on. Okay, not always a critical. Okay. It just looks like with the extension that there'd be a little bit of an extra punch, but it's okay. That is okay. So I'm gonna check. So plated chitin +8 and +1 armor toughness, so just short of diamond. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna briefly look at these other ones. I'm gonna grab. So wait, we just read +8 +1. So this is nether. Okay, same toughness. It's the same kind of thing, it's just a variation. I guess Irradiated doesn't quite have a costume yet. Or it just kind of goes with the regular. These are the armor sets for the Aberrant and Nether Xenomorph. And we are going to... oh, not what I meant to do. Makes me look all cool and shit. That's cool as hell. Alright, we're going to grab the Predator. What was I quoting there? I swear I've heard that quote before. Cool and shit. Where did I hear that? I don't know. Weird quote. Anyway. So this is the Predator armor in the mod. It allows jump boost and strength when equipped. I don't think it's got any specific details. The mask doesn't do anything in particular to my knowledge quite yet either. But it does provide some pretty cool status effects. Also, it's neat. This is how you make it. I'm pretty sure you make it out of... oh, do you just have to get it out of drops? Okay, you might only have to get it out of drops. I actually haven't found any in my survival world yet. This is what you get from predators whenever you... I'm hitting R and U on it from JEI and nothing is happening. Okay, maybe there's not any really... there's not really a lot with the predators. So, like, I'm going to show you an entire chest full of spawn eggs. And the only ones that actually like have a lot of detail right now are specifically the xenomorphs. So they're working on it. They're really fleshing out. I mean, I can see why. Just speaking freely, I can absolutely see why the predators would have a lot more to them. And I say that because, or the aliens would have a lot more to them, because there's so much more complexity there than just angry alien with weaponry. Like, you probably got to make, what, 8, maybe 7, 6 Yautja at most before it starts getting to the point where they're just repeating themselves. Different tribes, different types. This is something I don't know how to activate. It's a trip mine. I have no idea what to do with it, so we're going to go over here and try and use it, because again, I put that way too close to something, and I don't want to cause something to happen. So I'm going to just put so many along the wall. We're going to redstone it, and then we're just going to let a mob walk on it. So, alright, on the spot there's nothing. Let's grab a zombie spawner, which I could have just searched earlier when I was looking. And let's see if this triggers it. Give him a minute. Okay, he's inept. Okay. Let's grab a redstone torch and see if this works with it. Alright, I don't know how to trigger these, but... oh, wait, maybe? Okay, they don't activate. Don't need you making noise. I dropped a carrot. Alright, those just don't get set off, I guess. That's okay. Alright, I'm just going to bring up what this is real quick and we'll launch it. We'll finish off the stream/video by showing what it is. Read my hotbar. You can see this is a nuke block. I'm removing it for the rest of this video as it's very destructive, and I'm just going to just completely get rid of it. There may or may not be one in that building, which we will show what is later. Let's see. Should I go through? Okay, so these, there's a whole different types of tool systems for the steel and titanium, and these are the weapons you get from a predator. Let me grab a diamond sword real quick. For a diamond sword, it's +7. For this version of that sword that the predator drops, it is a... Come on. +9. Wait, did I say +7? Sorry, just 9 and 7. So, stronger than diamond. Let's look at the titanium and steel. Titanium is 6.5, and steel is also 6.5, so there's not much of a differential there. And... what the hell's that? Wait, hold on. Netherite. Oh, that was just netherite, sorry. I'm not used to seeing it. Alright, there is a variation of each of the weaponry, and if you go through and pause, you'll see it through here. So I know you guys are probably wanting to see the spawn eggs. I still want to show one more thing that I think is pretty cool before we get to it, and that is these music discs. And one more thing is whenever we listen to these, we'll do it in the lobby of this building. Which hopefully isn't overran or anything just quite yet. Alright. There should be a jukebox in here. I hate this design. Alright, there we go. Ignore that. Alright, so this is one from the Alien series and one from the Predator series. We're not going to listen to it long. I'm going to play about 10 seconds of it. We're going to go ahead and start. That was Silver Smile. There's more to it, obviously, but we're cutting it for time. And this one is, I believe, yeah, Hunter. So as you guys heard, if you're familiar with the Alien vs. Predator series, / Aliens or Predator series actually specifically, those two songs very prominent in the series. I said the word series way too much there. Alright, so let's land and get into finally what people are actually wanting to see, which no blame on that, is the creatures that the mod adds into the game. Alright, so this is, first off, Marines. We're going to spawn a few of them here, and they're going to help us take out... Well, actually, no, here, let's just... You've already got a little bit of a chance to see them, so we're just going to drop one here. There is variation in the Marines. Okay, he had like a Steve's eyes. Oh, he picked up the carrot. That's something to note. He picked up the carrot. Here's other ones. You all wanna look at me? Okay, the tripwires are they kind of just have Steve eyes, but there is eye color and hair variation. I actually heard they're going to be fixing one of their hairstyles in a newer update. Don't know which one, but they are. Alright, let's time set day, break this block that's in the way. And now let's get to the meat and potatoes of the things that actually are in the mod name. So we're going to fly way, way up here and just cause an absolute, just horrible, horrible mess for the world that we're in right now. So first off, let's start with the beginning, the ovomorph. This is the egg the queen lays, and everybody should know what's inside. Also, there's less lag up here. That's pretty cool. Once it's been hit and walked through, depending on if we're in creative, creative won't do it if I'm walking through. So if I just tap it, it will open up, release what's inside, which I won't have to spawn. One of those, and it should start wandering off. These things kind of tend to wander while they're still out, so let's shoot that, get it out of the way. Let's follow it and see what it's up to. It's creepy as hell. Let's speed up this process. Oh, you know what? Let's get a Marine. Let's get a Marine. Screw this random. Alright, that marine was loud as hell. Let's not do that. So, that was a weird texture glitch, too. I don't believe they're supposed to jump down from the top like that. It's supposed to look more like this. There we go. Alrighty, so while that thing's going to do its business... Give it a minute. Okay, the villager and every animal that gets attacked like that will choke like that for a brief moment, and then it'll stop. Here's what'll pop out. We're speeding up the process a little bit. It'll be a chest burster. The chest burster is actually a really just small little creature. It runs away from most things around it. Try to find something dark. Eventually that thing will grow up to become this, a drone. Very well textured, I might add. These things, as I mentioned before, are absolutely terrifying. I'm going to show why. So let's put myself... hold on, let's keep game rule. Keep inventory true. Alright, let's put myself up here, and only up here, right? So if I... Well, hold on. Let's dig back a little bit more. Alright, so most mobs in Minecraft can't hit me from over here, obviously. It is unable to fucking see me, apparently. Hold on. So if I put it right here, it can clearly see me. You can tell it's mining to come find me, and it just did. And here's how fast they kill you. Hold on. Trying to... Okay, hold on. I didn't mean punch him. He deserved it. Give me it. Okay, yeah, before I could even type it. I tried. Alright, hold on. Alright, game mode creative, let's go back over there. I was trying to show, hopefully, the... Oh, I could teleport, but I'm just going to take the fast route. I'm trying to show acid. Because they actually do, believe it or not. Oh, okay, they like this area, apparently. Okay, there's some of the acid. So acid will break blocks similar to how bullets do. It will dissipate over a little bit, and if you're wearing boots of any type, it doesn't burn through you if you step on it, but it will over time. So just be very careful if you're wearing shoes or not if you step in acid. Yeah, so they will kind of just begin... See, it just crawled through. Okay, there, I'm very glad I got to see that. So they will just crawl through little blocks. Eventually they're going to add vents for them to do it too. Praetorian's the next step up. Praetorian's a bigger version of the Xenomorph. It's also huge. Actually, no, Warrior's the next step up, but one of them became one with the black chitin helmet / headpiece. It's not really a helmet. Alright, the villager's free. They won't attack him because he's about to, you know, pop. That should take probably within the next 5 minutes or so. It doesn't take very long at all. And let's jump straight into the, as I say, meat and potatoes. Here's a queen. So, give them enough time, they will start making a hive. We will let them idle for a moment while I go get the other spawn eggs, but I will go ahead and show up close how well they're textured. So I want to point out, if she wasn't running headfirst into a tree, they have some really cool textures. All of them, very detailed. Again, running headfirst into it. I don't know why they like this area so much, but maybe it's because it's technically low light level and they can get to a cave. Yeah, they'll start making it. I notice they don't really break if they're not in, like, in combat. Something that is kind of neat, though, is if they were to just, like, so let's say hypothetically you're in a deep cave, you're mining, you have no idea what's around you, it's dark, you're about to head back up, and all of a sudden the block behind you starts breaking and one of these fuckers pops out. That's going to be absolutely terrifying. I haven't had that happen yet, even in my survival world, but it's something that can happen. Let's time set night, see if they prefer it to be night before they start doing their thing. Something that is important, I've seen it happen as well, so I know it can happen. A lot of the things I figured out, I didn't want to ask them, I wanted to see it myself, to see if it's something you could figure out within like the first, again, 3 to 5 hours of playing the mod. A drone will grow all the way up into a queen if you give it time. To get royal jelly, you kill a queen, I think Praetorians can drop them, but I'm not sure. I'm also pretty sure eventually they're going to be adding different things such as other casts of Xenomorphs. I heard one of the guys actually in the developer teams maybe saying that even potion effects of the host will actually be carried over to the Xenomorphs that pop out, so that might be kind of neat. They're still planning a lot of things, just not quite yet. Or it hasn't been added just quite yet. Alright, that should be the first round. Let's grab the next round of spawn eggs. This should be the nether cast. Alright, so I don't know if they'll fight yet, because like I said, I heard the hive fighting mechanics thing hasn't really happened or been added yet. So let's see. First off, let's start with the nether ovomorph. These are xenomorphs that, yes, spawn in the nether. That is a beautiful texture. I'd also like to add how they work is usually just the queen will spawn on the map, it'll make the hive around it, and then the other stuff will spawn in the hive. Only the queen won't despawn unless the xenomorph came from a host, and then which they won't despawn either, but the rest of them will kind of just naturally despawn in the hive. Something I can't show, probably, because I don't have it set up, is if you go in a hive and you like destroy a couple of them and piss a few of them off, a green bar, like the raid boss bar, or not raid boss, the raiding of the village bar, or the Ender Dragon health bar will appear on the top of the screen until you clear it out, so that's pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and piss this thing off, see what's inside. Alrighty, that is... oh, and it's gone. Let's spawn a few more. The nether facehuggers. They're very terrifying in terms of the color scheme. I like what they look like. They're really cool, because here's the thing. I don't know what led them to want to do this. Okay, here it is. Okay, it's here. Oh, they have blue acid? I didn't know that. That's cool as hell. Okay, they have blue acid. Oh, the queen laid an egg. Okay, so the queen's starting to do the thing where it goes through. There's no ovipositor yet. I've heard some people are not happy about that, but hopefully it'll be added with time. It's something they're working on. Here's another... we'll start small and then go big. We'll go with the chestburster. Looks like a netherrack / nether brick xenomorph. The drone. Very similar. The warrior. The Praetorian, and the Queen, which they will now fight for supremacy, I guess. So, something I want to mention, and I'll do it with that egg on the ground right there. Here's why I'd recommend the carry-on mod. Yoink, run away before that starts getting noisy. So notice how I grabbed this and ran with it. You're probably going to want to be able to move these. Even in survival, for whatever you may want to do that for. You can do it. In fact, if I go game mode, survival, it shouldn't open when I pick it up. Okay, it doesn't open when you pick it up. So, run away before I get swarmed by a bunch of them. Let's see if I can actually open it without shooting it or punching it. Okay, yeah. Touching it does, indeed. Actually, no. I know how this operates. You are going to want to see that, so give me a moment. This is what it does. Blindness. Can't exactly get rid of it. Oh, the shotgun's out of ammo. Okay, yep. Alright. Let's just handle that. And then, like I said, incubation period about 10 minutes at tops. Usually not even that long. And that's that. So that's what that looks like. Let's go ahead and pop these out of here. There should be a few more. So, Aberrant. Okay, so I have yet to know where the hell Aberrant versions of these come from. No clue at all. They are, and I'm not making a pun here, they're alien to me. I don't know where they're from. I'm going to assume the end, but I don't want to just, like, assume that and be completely wrong. So if you guys actually know, let me know. But here's what they look like. They're more yellow in nature. Kind of paler in general. They don't really do anything separate from the regular. But they are really cool yellow. Here's a warrior. I won't lie, even though they don't have really genetic variation yet, I really do like the different styles and types of them. Also, again, I've done a survival world of this for about 3 real-life days. big thing that's important, these things spread very fast. One egg very easily can eventually grow to take over like an entire village. I think they go through and hunt villagers for hive. I think they're planning hive raid, or not hive raids, village raids eventually on these things. So, or with these things. So that should be a thing coming. Who knows how long? I'm not, like I said, I'm not on the team, but it is stuff I've been hearing about that sounds kind of neat. Okay, so here's, like I said, a regular version of an Ovomorph, and you'll see what comes out. Okay, so you notice how that popped out a regular one. They can occasionally also have these. They look almost identical, but what comes out is a little different. That is a royal facehugger. It only makes queens. Let's get a little closer and show. Or it might make jump straight to Praetorian. I don't know which one it does. Weather clear. I know the Chestburster actually also has a little bit of the plated chitin on it as well, so that looks pretty cool. Let's just let it rain. Yeah, this world is like perma-screwed the second that like any of these actually get outside of the range. Like, not gonna come back. Glad I made a spare copy of it before I did all this. No wait, no, I didn't have any more. Alright, these ones, I'm also more confused about how they're created. I know the nuke creates an area of effective radiation, but I don't know for a fact if these ones come from standing in that radiation or spawn in the radiation zone. These are a really cool, like, ice-looking effect, too. And another really cool thing to add is, I think I read that queens will naturally spawn in the radiated zone, but there's something with the queen that I will show in a minute. Praetorian. Warrior. And let me show you the queen, because this says one of the my favorite mod effects in the game. Or model effects in the game. So, I used to think it was ice, but I swear the other day when she walked, she placed blue blocks down, and I thought it probably was just resin, but I swear it was ice. She's running into the tree. I don't know. I just love the variety in the mod. There's no facehugger or overmorph for these variations, so I'm just going to assume that they only come from being radiated. Oh, there it is. There's the ice. I guess it's... Is it their blood? Okay, apparently their blood is an acid. It's... Okay, that's cool as hell, too. So, I think these ones are actually from a specific book that takes place after Alien 2, or novel. I don't know if it's a book, novel, or if it's a comic, but I swear there were some aliens that survived Hadley's Hope that were irradiated. I think that's how that works. That might not be where they got it from, but there is a book that straight up happens in. Alright, let's go through and find the last ones that are currently in the mod at this time, with more that are coming out eventually. And this one also has the Yautja. Here's a Predator, and watch the Predator very quickly lose against a Queen. Here's a Predator. Predators, unlike aliens, only spawn in the jungles, which makes sense to some degree. I see why they did it. I'm not bothered by the fact that they did it that way. It is accurate, but it's also like, I mean, Predator 2 did totally take place in a city. I don't remember what city, but I mean, that's technically a concrete jungle. So I don't know, I guess the fact that they only spawn in jungles, not the end of the world, not the worst thing either. Wow, they are really not wanting to fight these things. Oh, she does break stuff. Oh wait, no, it's combat. I forget. She's trying to fight him. Wow, she broke the whole damn tree. I think that's crazy that they can do that personally still, but I think Predators might be able to break blocks too. I don't know, I've only fought them a couple times. As you kill them, or damage them, they will start... Oop, she's fighting one. Okay, hold on. I don't know if you saw it briefly for... Oh, hold on. Okay, the queens are fighting. I was trying to show it. The Predator's masks actually slip off slowly but surely as you damage them more. Let's see if I can get a gun out and replace it with the Yautja spawn egg. Alright, so here we go. There we go. These are the ugly motherfuckers that are currently in the mod. Notice how durable he was. So that was something I also caught on quick when fighting him in survival. Honestly, I'm just going to help y'all out. A really cool fast trick I learned. Throw the, not the aliens, because they're just great at swimming, as you can see, but the predators, if you fight them in water. Way less likely to hurt you, and I don't think they have ranged attacks yet in the mod, but that could change eventually, and especially if somebody heard this that made it. Here's the Royal Facehuggers separate from everything else. There currently is no Pred Alien. They're working on it. Don't know how, but they are. Here's the Royal Chestburster. Here is a Royal Nether Ovomorph. Did not know that was a thing. Royal Nether Facehugger. Royal Nether Chestburster. Royal Aberrant. Okay, so this is just the trend here. And with that, that's every creature in the mod. At this time. I have been told it was probably a good idea to go ahead and wait a couple days before doing this, because apparently the next update's going to drop. I will tell you some of the things that have been said might possibly be in it. Give me one moment. Oh. So, fun fact. The mod has already been updated. Like, as I'm talking, it's been updated within the past, like, hour. But let's go ahead and, I'm kind of scrolling on another laptop right now trying to find where I read the mod list, but alright, here's what we got going on. We had irradiated queens now have a chance of spawning naturally in irradiated biomes. Aliens can now place resin nodes above blocks they can't replace. I'll show what that means in a minute in this old version. Glad that's going to be fixed. I don't know if this is all being fixed in the one that just came out, but I think this is what they're working towards. They're working on spawn configs. Uprooted ovomorphs not despawning even if they've already hatched. Nether resin nodes having incorrect block properties. Irradiated resin having issues. Resins having different colors on maps. Not balancing several numbers of spawning correctly in hives. Textures. Alright, so it just seems like general different things they're trying to fix now, but I need to update this mod whenever I get a moment. So we'll do that, and if this ever gets too many updates, I will do an update video. Probably within a few months. I want to give it time to actually have a little bit of difference before I do. Let's head in here and see what's in here. This is something I've been waiting to show for a good moment, and since it's almost the end of the video, we'll show you. I built a plastic factory. You might be saying, why did you build a plastic factory? Well, the plastic factory, and I built like little areas here, so this is like a whole ass office built up together with an airlock. This is all the plastic colors that are currently in the mod, and what kind of things can be made from the plastic material, which is the polymer right there. Little conveyor belts and the such. A waiting room / dining room. This is all improperly placed, it's just there for effect. The potion recipe for not only potion and night vision, but invisibility. That'll come and make sense why later. Upstairs business shipping department for the plastic. With several departments up here. A reception area. The agriculture ordering department. The plastic shipping storage department. The military correspondence department. The mining company coal and stone requisition. You'll see why that's a thing later. The HR department and hiring. I think this is just like the floor manager. I'm just messing around at this point. There's not really much else to this. Executive floor manager. Security department. Military correspondence. Okay, we got all of them through, I think, unless I didn't get... Yeah, no, I got them. Over here, there's, some restrooms, normal stuff in an office. That was the males. I'm only going in there for obvious reasons. They both look exactly the same. Here is a storage area for plastic. Things a plastic factory normally would have. I even think there's a meeting room I built over here. Oh, hold on. Okay, wow, I'm real. Screw it. Meeting area. Nice little area. And the CEO Executive Office, which is actually pretty lame by comparison to the other offices. And then we're gonna not go into that room just yet. We're gonna go into the downstairs version of it. Same exact area, you'll see why we're waiting. And if anybody's wondering, hey, when's he getting to the nuke? Give me a minute. In here is the plastic creation lab, and I'll show you how we create the plastic. So, to make plastic, as I mentioned before, actually I don't think I did quite mention before, you gotta use resin. And what's a good way to get resin? A queen. So if we go in here, she has absolutely tore this place up. A new one, we're in creative, so she won't attack us. All this was not here when I built the cage. She went through and added all of it herself. Give me a moment. Down here, as well, is where I place stone. She converts it to that, and she makes eggs as she goes through. She can't fit through this 2x2 door, so what I often do is I do this, grab one of these, run through, and since I'm in creative, it's not opening. Put it in this room, get more little fun activities for a factory. But let's say what happens if, give me a moment, she were to get out. Which she can't do, but we're going to fix that here in a moment. And you know what, screw it. There we go. She's out, she's loose. Pretty bad time for everybody involved. Not a very good thing for anybody that would be living around the area. So as I mentioned, these things being loose, pretty fast world ender if we don't. So you know what, screw it, we're just going to end it all. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscription down below. This is also a live stream, so if you're on Twitch while watching, thank you very much for taking the time to do so. I hope this mod has some really cool updates. And yeah, once this explodes, it's probably going to lag everything. Hopefully nothing crashes. Oh, here we go. Alright, so it's starting to do its thing. Let's see when the minimap updates. I believe things are good. Give it a moment to finish up. Alright, let's go see the full extent of that. So the water turns into green water. I don't know if that's actually irradiated or not, but it might be. Oh, I've fallen in a hole. Ash is another block this mod adds for this reason. I'm trying to fly, I swear. Come on, let me. I need like a better fly button because jumping twice doesn't work. Okay, so let's get to the end of this where it, as y'all can tell, pretty big crater. And I fell into another hole. Fun. Wish I could fly. Red sand, all the such, you know. Radiated area. If you can tell on my mini-map, you can tell how big the circumference of the explosion is. It's in the top left. What is this? Block of Trinonite. The hell is Trinonite? Okay, I don't have a uses or recipe thing for it at the moment, so it doesn't look to anything. Here's the end of the crater. My latest F that I died previously in the hills is up here, floating. That also says anything for it. The nuke is very destructive. Be very careful using them. But it was the only way to be sure, and we handled it. I was going to also show different things that spawn in the world, such as very opposite types of shrines. To the I'm not going to find else get things if you want to find one immediately. In fact, no, here. We'll close this out by showing the one I know is on here. Let me grab a night vision potion, and I'll go spectator mode. There is one underneath the map, because I found it when I was building that little plastic factory. Hopefully the nuke didn't break it, but if it did, it's not the end of the world. Again, worst comes to worst. This is a new biome of sorts, so that's pretty cool. And I want to show you what it does to your character. Down here somewhere should be a little shrine thing. Ah, there it is. Nope, I am just wrong entirely. That's okay. I mean, all it is, it's a single egg with 2 pots that are designed to be with the mod. Oh, there's also these. These are the little ores that have some of the new new structure that has some of the ores. So that's pretty cool. Really, no side of it. Probably should have labeled it on my map marker thing, but I wasn't thinking I was going to show it. I wasn't really sure what all I was going to include in this or not. I guess I'm not going to find it. You know what's going to be funny is it'll be there. You guys will see it in the background, but I'll just be completely blind to it. So, I mean, not the end of the world. The nuke was, but not the fact that I didn't find this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and head into the nuke. Maybe the nuke destroyed it. That's what we're going to run with. I'm going to go ahead and game mode survival, and I will end the stream after that. So let's get back up to the top. Let's figure out what radiation does. Alright. Gives you all these stats effects first off. Oh shit. Did not mean to look at him. Did not mean to look at him. Did not mean to look at him. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, well, y'all have a good day.